Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody, how are you today?
What's up, everybody?
Okay, I do apologize for being late, but I want to get as much information as I can before I go live. And this is a doozy. Okay, so it all started last night. Somebody called me in the middle of the night. I think it was V, and said that a lot of bloggers and TikTokers were reading the live manuscript from the series of diaries or put together for Kim Porter's memoirs. Okay. And people were calling me saying, this doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. So, and it was literally the middle of the night. This is V, and somebody else called me. So I stayed up and I read the book because I was thinking we can do it tomorrow online and everybody will enjoy it. And then I can stop talking about the Diddy stuff. Okay, false alarm. Okay, so I'm reading this book and then I agree. I don't know, something about it just didn't make sense. So we start tracing, like, okay, well, we start tracing because at first the name came out that it was written by a guy whose fake name was Jamal Millwood. And they said that the real guy's name is Chris Todd. And he said he changed his name because obviously, if you go to the stereotypes, the Jamal name sounds like somebody black.
Mm-hmm. Sound like a bodyguard. Sound like somebody that was around the Freakness.
Perry, you got to keep your count till we tell him what happened. Perry is livid right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's mad because this is ridiculous. So we start figuring out, okay, we go into Chris Todd. We find out that that's a pseudonym. That's not his real name either. His real name is Todd. I can't pronounce the last name. Guzze. Okay. And we just kept tracing this book back until we found out where this rumor came from. I did that. I do that a lot. I can't remember, but you guys, you watch my, I figure out where did this start? Who's the first person to say this? Okay, so now we're getting information that it came from Diddy's camp. It's his publicity team. KK, let's just be real. Girl, no wonder they call you the manipulator. That was probably your damn idea. Let's go to this guy who's already a conspiracy theorist. Okay. He's always, Perry, you'll go into his background in a minute. He's always, conspiracy theory people, they just come up with the craziest ideas, like Tupac's still alive and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. It's being reported that Diddy's camp planned this before he even was arrested. So he knew he was going to jail eventually. That's why he did the selling of the house, getting the $18 million loan replenished, all of that. He knew he was going. So what they decided was, we're going, and I told you guys this the last video, is when we go to court, we're going to say that everybody was a willing participant.
Yep.
Right? Then let's throw in this memoir. We get this guy to do this and make it seem like, well, Kim is loose too. Kim sleeps all around. Look at all the people she slept with. I wasn't sleeping with them by myself. She was by my side.
Oh my God.
Let me mix a little truth in there. Okay. We heard about people are going around talking about Justin Bieber and Usher. And then I'm going to throw Bow Wow in there because Bow Wow is going to come out and say, that's not what happened. That's not true. Therefore, the whole thing is diluted. And I don't know who did what, and they're all just a bunch of freaks. And Diddy didn't do nothing that nobody else didn't do. That's calculating, isn't it, KK? The manipulator. That's why they call you the manipulator. You sat down and thought of this plan. And then, you know, I got to blame the public. We have an undying thirst for tea. We want to know. We want to know. The more salacious, the better it is. Everybody was running to their channels last night. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can't believe this happened. Only a handful of bloggers said, I don't know about that. I'll play this girl in a minute, the one that got the ball rolling. Nobody said, damn, this is a lot for one book. I'll go over some of the things that they said in the book. It was just, it's salacious. I don't think this is the only scheme that they're going to make up. This is, because KK knows it's a wrap. They're coming for you eventually anyway, girl. Frank Santella, they're coming for you. So y'all up here trying to put together the best scheme you can find. Not only that, so if you go on Amazon.com, they got all these books that say, let me see if I can pull it up. Kim's Last Words or whatever the title is. And they did that because they knew everybody's going to rush out and buy the books. So we're going to give y'all some different versions here. And I'm going to make as much money. This is what's his real name? His real name's not Chris. This is Todd's idea. They got like 4 other books up there so you can get nice and confused. Now, remember, the original book has Kim's picture on it. Okay, now here's one and this all popped up last night as we're trying to uncover where did this story come from. Oh, here comes another book. Where did that come from? Oh, here comes another book. Well, where did that come from? Oh, here comes another book. It's a money-making scheme. So while we're trying to confuse you, we want y'all to pay as much money as you can.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, we were lost for words. We were like, I don't understand what's going on. Until Albie Shore came out and said, and I'll read you his words. Yes, there is a book that he knows of, but Diddy has the book because he took Kim's laptop. He said that cockamamie story, Kim's Lost Words, is totally false, made up. I'll read you his statement in a minute. Part of the Diddy publicity team.
Yeah.
Part of the publicity team. I mean, y'all, we can't keep letting them think we're that damn stupid. Where you could just throw together a book overnight by somebody we never heard of. We should have been suspicious when he named his ass Jamal.
Yeah. So suspect in it.
I mean, it's crazy. Who has the book? P. Diddy. Perry, before we get into the details, just go over your initial thoughts.
I'll say this about the books. Maybe we should do a little bit more research on those other 3 or 4 copies that's on Amazon. Todd could have changed his name to Tyrone. You know what I'm saying, on one of them? Because he gonna use a black name. Because who gonna think his white ass, no offense, know what the hell happened with Kim Porter and Diddy? We all speculated about this book for years. It's been out there. This book don't tell you nothing about things that happened back there. It's just things we've heard over the years. We always heard it was a book. This guy see an opportunity to capitalize. Diddy's been locked up. Diddy team probably don't reached out there, sent him a link. Hey, we got the copies, run it, because they need it for their own favor. At this point, So people can stop thinking Diddy's just a freak master by himself. No, they want to make Diddy out to be the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy helped these freaks out there. They want everybody to be looked at as a freak that came to Diddy and say, please, please, can we come to your freak off? Right? Can we come to your freak off? Can you please give me some narcotics? Can you please take it? No, that's the thing, and that's what their attorney tried to do when he stepped out the courthouse when he got arrested about the Cassie thing, on how she supposedly, oh no, y'all don't know the real story. Diddy, I mean, she hit him with her cell phone, took his clothes off, and she was cheating with the her physical whatever the guy trainer. Yeah.
No, his name was Shakir Stewart. Go ahead.
Yeah, like a trainer or whatever, right? So whatever. These people trying to just throw this stuff out there. This book do not tell you a damn thing. Let's keep it real. It don't tell you anything.
Hi, AT2. I haven't seen you in a while. Chris Todd, dude, he had a blackfish. Us in order to sell this book. I mean, and we bought it. We bought it. We all need to be ashamed of ourselves. We think, oh, let's do it. And there was so many people that read a 60-page pamphlet, that's what I'm going to call it, last night, and they were loving it. The crowd was loving it. I'm going to go over some of the things that was in the book. First, I wanted to also remind you of what kind of person we're dealing with here. So on Diddy's first Mother's Day, that was like, Kim died in November. So a couple months later, he actually went on a radio station and was crying because his heart was breaking, according to him, because he missed Kim so much. Let me see if I can find this. Like, come on. He's going to hell quickly. And like I said, I don't even expect him to go through too much more of this. I really think he's going to do what Aaron Hernandez did to himself.
Yep. He's a fake MFer. Let's keep it real, and he'll do anything. Stop. He won't stop at nothing.
Nothing.
To celebrate, all the mothers. We're not going to get in the way of that. But, honestly, anybody that's lost a mother, lost a soulmate, it takes time. It takes time, I don't, they say time heals all wounds. When it comes to your mother or mothers, I don't think that's the case. I think we have the strongest beings. Like, if it comes to, the category of who's the strongest being on the face of the earth, it would have to be Black mothers. I don't think anybody can ever understand how hard it is to be, to be a Black mother.
Are you kidding me?
I know. I don't know. I mean, and all the fake crying and shit. P. Diddy, please give it a break, bro. Like, if anybody ever lost a Black mother. Well, we talking about people who've taken Black mothers away. Allegedly. Like, let's keep all this stuff in order, right? Like, don't come on here crying the bullshit. And if those was real tears, it's because you couldn't find the fanny pack. Let's keep it real. Now, all this as if you even gave a damn about your own mother. From the rumors, you don't. So, for a Black mother, to lose a Black mother, to throw a Black mother away that's still here, will be just as bad, Diddy. Stop with the bullshit. Ain't nobody going for it. You got your people jumping, sold houses, getting ready for bond, doing anything to be free again. Whether you get to discredit and act like you're the victim now, and these people use you for your money, your place of residence, so they can get their freak on. It's not true. You did it for greed yourself and to get your rocks off. Let's keep it real.
Ooh,
this shit that came out in this book is pathetic. Just a lot of S stuff in there that, get people wound up and excited. But it's nothing that we ain't heard before. All this stuff that's been coming out. from all the civil suits and everything else. The Chris, what his name? Chris Todd or whatever his damn name is.
Yeah.
Ain't told us shit. But what he did was use the black community to make hand over fist a lot of money because he know that we would buy anything that's supposed to be this book. Now that's where he got us at. We all heard about she passed chapters out to some of her friends or talked to some of her friends, but we know Diddy confiscated, stole her laptop with the book and stuff on it, according to I'll Be Sure and stuff, right? So he used this and know that we've been anticipating this book coming out or somebody talking about it. And he don't change his name. Was it to Jamal? Jamal. Okay. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what he don't did here, but he's just using up the black community. And let's just call it the way it is. And it's some bullshit. He ain't told you nothing. And in the book, he used all kind of things, just all kind of black rumors, back things that we don't talked about in the past that didn't even pertain to Kim Porter's life. That if she's telling her friends in this book about her and Diddy's relationship, he talking about East Coast, West Coast battles, all this crazy stuff just to sucker you in to say, hey, we've heard this stuff before. That part is true. Most people will give you, when they get these conspiracy theories, a little truth, or sometimes 50% of the truth or 60 that you know that you moved on from, and then add in the other 40%. This is what I think, or this is what I hope, or this is what's going to sell this book. That's what I think. And that's what he did.
So early this morning, there was false reports that said that I'll Be Sure supported the book. This is why he had to come out on his own and say, no, I did not support the book. I mean, KK, girl, you're really good. I see why they call you the manipulator in chief. Let me remind you before we get into Al B. Sure's story. Al B. Sure stands by his statements. He said that Diddy tried to unalive him. He had to learn how to walk all over again. He needed a liver transplant. He was in a medical induced coma.
Damn.
I think he said 3 months, something like that. He was, I wouldn't say he came back from he had to fight his way back. He had to fight his way back. And he never wavered. He always said that Diddy had something to do with him almost losing his life. He never wavered. So he's really passionate about it, okay? So today he finds out that everybody's saying that he supported the book. And I mean, he didn't come out until early this morning. Like everybody was going off about this book. So he had to come out, and here's some of the things he said. So I'm really proud of Al B. Sure. He never wavered in his statements. And also he started doing things like supporting groups of people getting organ transplants sooner, helping people in the Black and brown communities that needed these transplants. And ironically, Perry, your brother had a liver. Was it liver?
No, it was a
kidney transplant. Yeah. And I remember how worried he would get if his name is bottom on the list. So stuff like that. Al B. Sure came back, made a difference, and never wavered in his story. So he gets upset this morning when he finds out that people are saying that he supported this book. So he comes out with his own statements. And he's just dedicated. He's not joking with Diddy. He's not. Because I guess he figures, well, what more can he do to me? He already tried to unalive me. He says, peep game, for over a decade and a half, I've been posting about and tagging random law enforcement agencies in hopes to protect loved ones, avoid unalivings and tragedies. I have to be really careful. Ever since I started doing this Diddy stuff, you have to be really careful with your words. So I hope I made it big enough so you guys can see. I have been ignored, ridiculed, and medically silenced to cover up these crimes you're all now aware of by a very aggressive PR team. He's talking about Diddy's PR team. This is just disgusting. and costly campaign to silence and physically harm me from exposing. It only aimed to prevent me from further sharing publicly the facts and the insights of Lady Kim Porter. That's the name of her, Lady KP is the name of her Instagram. Share with me during our frequent and intimate conversations in her selfless attempts to save my life by sharing frequent plans to do harm and possibly to end my life. So what he's saying is Kim also thought it was Diddy that did this to Albie Shore. And just in case you forgot or you're new to this story, Albie Shore is Quincy's biological father. I am writing this post to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter, including the publicist who assisted drafting this. It has come to my attention that these persons were also instructed to steal her computer and mobile devices. You know who he talk about? He talking about you, KK. He's talking about you, Christina Coram, who they call the master manipulator. Y'all have a copy of the book, the original manuscript, not that mess that you made that conspiracy theorist, right? So they know what's in the book. And they know how to put together a campaign to make anybody else look bad besides Diddy. They basically described Kim as a loose woman that loved parties and freak offs, and she played with both sides. She slept with women, she slept with men. We needed somebody to believe that Kim was just as corrupt as he is. I done lost my place. Yes, to steal her computer and mobile devices, which contain her original book notes. Original notes are distinct from the fabricated BS and offensive pages circulated via Amazon. He's mad at Amazon for even allowing the book to be sold on their platform, but anybody can sell a book on Amazon. You don't have to be with a mainstream publisher. All you have to do is get someone to bind up the book.
Right.
And there you have it. But I understand his frustration. He's been trying for years to get us to see what Diddy's doing, how Diddy almost took his life, I'll be sure. Then he wakes up this morning to this mess. And I'm going to go over what was in the book. They said that Albie Shore and Diddy hooked up.
Wait a minute.
Original fabrication BS and offensive pages circle via Amazon, which depict graphic SCX acts involving me that never took place, were edited and added after Miss Porter's tragic passing. I urge you to consider who authorized such a fictitious publication without categorizing it as calculated fiction. Calculated because this was a thought out plan by his PR team, who I'm going to assume is ran by Christina Coram. I lost my place again. The publicists and the conspirators worked in concert from separate camps launching this campaign, which appears to be very personal and deliberate distraction from the involvement in covering horrific crimes, assisted in and perplexed the public for many years, which I have personally experienced and cautiously deemed just a medical crisis for legal reasons, until the rest of the atrocities were uncovered by authorities, making it more believable to a gullible public that has been fooled for so long. He's saying, you guys, and I'm part of this too, we are so thirsty to know what happened because we feel bad. but a lot of people just jump on it and exploit that the public is really concerned. And so you got a lot of bloggers out there making up shit, just making it up.
Mm-hmm.
You've got KK's team up here catering to that. They're leaking information daily. It's just turned into a real big shit show. Kim Porter's missing devices, allegedly already in evidence, questionably contain the critical evidence that had been concealed. I'm convinced the evidence corroborates closely with details outlined in the recent released public indictment document. He's saying there's a better chance to get the truth if you follow the law documents. And I would say that's true, but also you have people that will lie, give false statements to the authorities. Now, most likely you're a damn fool if you do that, but there are some people that lie to the feds.
Yep.
The nigga will lie.
Additionally, it is pertinent to note that the individuals involved in this matter may also be connected to also concealing the alleged unaliving of several prominent artists. He's talking about Tupac, he's talking about Biggie, and it was a third. Who? There's people that lost their lives over this nonsense. I can't remember who the third person is. A situation that has left me bewildered. Yet those who are immersed in the culture and familiar with the intricacies of the entertainment industry may have a clear understanding of the obvious. It was with a heavy heart that I reflect on the legacy of our beloved Lady KP. That's Kim Porter. It is truly disheartening to think that those she considered close friends, and who are financially compensated by her perpetrator may have conspired with the perpetrator to obstruct the truth and tarnish her name, my name, and her unfinished book. Notes. Is she talking about the PR firm betrayed her?
Wait a minute.
No,
Okay.
I think he's saying now. It sounds like he could be talking about some of these possible close friends that she shared this information with. Also, I know he's talking about the PR firm, but would he really consider them close friends like that? You know, I'm not sure, but it sounds like he could be talking about some of these people would cash in because, you know.
Oh, you mean like Stevie J?
I'm saying anybody that she could have confided in and told the story that's supposed to know about the book. I'm just assuming what he could be talking about is that people would do anything for money these days. They could have loved you while you was here, but when you gone, you benefit them in no type of way, and they would cash in for cash. Maybe that's what he could be saying, because maybe some of the stuff, well, I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming when he say close friends, she is supposed to share the stuff with some close friends. You know what I mean? That has some chapters, but go ahead.
Thank you, Natalie. She's trying to help me. Some words I just can't pronounce. Perpetrator. I can't. Perpetrator. I can't. Thank you, though, Natalie. I appreciate it. Okay. Unfinished books with these ridiculous and unfounded narratives. The absence of Miss Porter's leaves a void, depriving her of the opportunity to address these inaccuracies personally and to share her own factual memoirs detailing the madness. I'm not going to say that word. To ensure, check all who text messages of those who served in a PR capacity, as they have brilliantly and underhandedly crafted this fictitious story to serve a personal vendetta. There's more. There's so much unpacked. Unfortunately, I'm the only survivor of the blessings of a medical team that initially gave up because of multiple system organs failures, septic, intubated, and on a ventilator for 38 days. I can't show you guys the picture of Albie Shore because I'm not tripping with YouTube today, but the man was it looked like in his final days. He had a ventilator, his eyes were taped closed because they tape him closed. He lost, oh my God, remember, Albie Shore used to be heavyset. I would say he lost about 80 pounds. The man has been through it. He couldn't walk. He had to learn how to walk all over again. Did he? 38 days and forced to visit death's doorstep. But the God I serve and worship had another plan. Keep in mind that this is just the G-rated version of what I endured over a decade plus to silence the OG. I also kept forensic records, of every individual who was sent my way to set me up, track me, gaslight me, and allegedly cause harm to my system. He's talking about his organs. Unfortunately, Kimberlina was taken from us way too soon, and before she could complete her true thoughts before this fake unauthorized edit release on Amazon, which the disappearance of her computer and vital evidence raises significantly more questions. It is evident that her potential to expose the realities of her personal problems, being drug. Oof. I gotta skip all this line. I can't say none of those. The brave actions of Cassie Ventura posed a threat to those profiting from such heinous activities. In a nutshell, Kimberly was allegedly taken from us because she was set on course to accomplish what Miss Cassie Ventura did by ignited the bonfire, which brings us here today with the avalanche that has brought Satan to their chambers. This man is speaking from his heart. Let us honor the memory of KP, Lady KP, acknowledging the strength, struggles she faced, and the truth she sought to reveal in her own personal notes. Not this fake, unauthorized nonsense using my name to keep dragging me as a social punishment for exposing this years ago. There will be a significant suit headed right for the heads of the responsible parties to drag my name into this BS. Oh, he said he's getting ready to sue. He should. He should. Kim and I talked right up to a few days prior to her demise. She was in good health. That's what I'm hearing. And we were in such a great friend space, reminiscing about old times and celebrating news of our son's accomplishments. No affair, just great friends. Hashtag warriors for Kim Porter. She must continue to advocate for justice and ensure that everyone of the individuals who conspired against her are held accountable and prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. Thank you to all the hashtags law enforcement agencies for their unwavering dedication to uncovering a portion of the truth. There's more. Rest in power, Lady KAP. Your true legacy will not be forgotten. Most importantly, please pray for the kids. And he puts an exclamation point at the end. There is no validation in my claims coming true. There has been way too much collateral damage and loss of life everywhere.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't even know what to say.
Truly, he really need to sue for the allegations. Because, this guy is basically coming out here, not just muddying the waters, probably don't receive the payoff, but saying that, for one, didn't he say that he was in bed with Diddy?
Okay, so let's go over some of the things that they said in the book.
No, I'm just saying, like, for real, let's keep this shit real. And this guy is so full of shit.
Yeah.
And I want to keep saying Chris Hansen, but that's not him. Chris Todd or whatever he is.
Todd,
He did
yes.
this shit to make money off the black community. And may I say, he did it well. He participated that the people would go crazy and buy this stuff. And I know why he did it. He did it for the money. He can't tell me who's profiting from this. If it was a book that she wrote, I would assume her kids should profit from it, not just you. But that's how I feel. But for the people who don't know, Chris Todd, can you just post a message on IG, write another short book, maybe a paragraph or a page, and you let the public know.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm just saying, let's keep it real. Because you full of shit. And I hope he gets so much backlash for it. Because it's crazy. This is a real life situation going on. And he's sitting there bullshitting, trying to count his coins.
Espar said Kim's best friend, ride or die, Ebony Electra, I believe her last name, said there wasn't never a book. I think Kim and had COVID before they knew COVID was a real thing. Also, too, Ebony posted to her social media one of her last posts because she just stopped posting. She's probably can't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. She was another person that came out and said that the book is fake. This is just a mess. A mess. It says, reminder, Ebony Electric slams Kim Porter's book as blatant lies. She also posted this on her social media. I'm going to say this as loud as I can. Kim Porter never drafted nor wrote a book, memoir, or transcript. That's Ebony right here in the white. These are two nice looking women. Very pretty. Look at Judas sitting right next to her. Judas, okay? Mm-hmm. She would have known.
Ain't worth a damn.
The mother of his children. All right. Thank you, Espar. So what are some of the things that this crazy book was saying? It's crazy. It said that Diddy asked her to wear a toy. I don't know how to what the code word to use for the,
holding the pipe.
And she had did it before, and then he asked her to do it again. And when she was finished the first time, he was bleeding there and had fecal matter on it.
Wait a minute.
He said that she had relations. She slept with Tupac several times. They also claimed that she heard Diddy put the hit out on Tupac the day that he got pow 5 times in that elevator, and he was talking to Jimmy Henchman about it. And she just pretended like she didn't hear anything. And then afterwards, he came back and said, I know you heard us. And now I know I can trust you because you never said anything about it. Mm-hmm. KP was classy. She wouldn't write this garbage. That's what they're saying. I believe it. I believe it. This is KK's mess. Girl, you are deadly. I'm going to be on your ass.
I don't think she would have wrote shit like that. I mean, because I think if you're talking about the relationship, she wouldn't be veering off to all this other stuff. You know what I mean? If she's talking about her and Diddy's relationship. But this guy just taking up everything that we done heard in the last 2 years and put it in 60 pages and sold it to the Black community.
Yeah. And added to it, it also claims that she hooked up with Jamie Foxx and Diddy hooked up with Jamie Foxx. Child, why y'all gotta bring Jamie into this? Yeah. She also said that she walked in on Jay-Z and Diddy, the two Sean, she called them. She also said that that Jay-Z asked Sean that when Biggie was gone, could he take Biggie's spot? Okay. She also said that the book also says that Tupac's girlfriend, Kidada, who is Quincy Jones' daughter, confronted Diddy. And it was awkward, and her relationship with Kidada was never the same. What else? There's lots of threes and swapping going on. And one of those swaps, I guess Diddy slept with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. It's wild.
Wow.
she also said that the book also says that Diddy told Faith to hook up with Biggie so he could keep tabs on him. And she said, I did more than what you asked me. I had a child with this man. And she started crying when Diddy said, thank you. He's worth more to me unalived than alive. This is what Diddy said to Faith. He just bringing all kind of people into this. You don't have a baby with somebody to get brownie points. That's absolutely ridiculous. She said that the night she said the book says that Diddy told Kim that he was only dating J-Lo for pub. So they both can get pub, okay? And that she shouldn't get so mad about it because it was just helping both of their careers. And then the night of the pow pow, where Sean and that lady said that Diddy pow powed her, she said J-Lo came over to the house. She was really upset. She said, why did you pow pow the club? And he said, I didn't pull the thing. I can't say it. And they had to comfort J-Lo, who said, that how are you going to get out of this? And he said, don't worry. I'm going to let Shine take the fall. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it says in the book. It's really dumb. It said that when Kim confronted Diddy about having an affair with Clive Davis, he hit her in the face and pulled out a GUN and said, yeah, I can't live without you, and I'm sorry. So he's sorry for what he did. He also said that the book also says that Kim suspected Diddy was grooming Quincy. This is a mess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Kim felt trapped in the relationship. She would cry herself. How would he know this? She would cry herself to sleep at night. Oh, maybe it said it's supposedly in the memoirs. It's also said that Kim admitted to having Stockholm syndrome, a condition in which you fall in love with your captor, and she was well aware that she had Stockholm syndrome. I hope I'm saying that word right. And because she knew he was bad for her, but she just couldn't let him go because she loved him so much, and he was a good father to her children. No. Oh, he also said that when she was pregnant with her twins, he got excited and he said that this is a good idea because he knows a lot of people with fetishes to be with pregnant women. And so they ran a train on her at 9 months pregnant. I don't know. That's some man stuff. You ain't nobody running no train on you 9 months pregnant.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, look, let's keep it real. It sounds like a whole bunch of conspiracy theories, right? And if she felt trapped in a relationship and maybe fear for her life and stuff, right? To write a book and do all this guy that wrote this, it's like he fantasizing about this stuff. It's sort of weird because the only thing he's basically focusing on is the freak offs and probably wish he was invited.
Yeah.
He probably wish he was invited.
Yeah.
Why would a mother even say that? Like, even if it happened, right? She's been writing in the book about her life. Why would she want her kids to know this? Right? It's gonna be in the memoir or whatever. It don't make sense. And like a lot of people saying, we don't know her personally, but she seemed more classier than that. Go ahead.
Period. I don't think it was all lies. I think there was some truths thrown in there. There were some lies thrown in there to get you confused and just give up. Almost like the what's the guy named with Meg Thee Stallion? I just gave up on that story because I don't know who lying and who telling the truth. Tory Lanez. That's what this was trying, just throwing a whole bunch of stuff in there. He said that they all had slept together, Mary J. Blige, Diddy, and Kim. I mean, they've gotten her sleeping with a lot of people. It also says that she found tapes of Usher, Bow Wow, and Justin Bieber. Child.
And if I
It
was gonna
said
write
that
a memoir, or if I was gonna write a book, I might say my truth about everybody else. I might say, I found these three in the bed. I did this. You ain't gonna so much go and tell everybody your bad deeds. Let's keep it real. It just don't make sense. This
I think
guy,
he was just trying to make it look like
this guy
everybody
was
did
making
this.
sellable, and he's trying to make it seem like everybody was freaks. That Diddy is the victim. He's trying to make it like Diddy was the victim. Oh, he
Yeah,
did this.
for
He
sure.
couldn't trust her. She was with
For
Mary
sure.
Jane. She was with whoever, right? It just don't make sense. And while I'm saying, but this supposed to come from her memoir, right? Why would he,
Mhm.
or the stuff that she done written down, why would she say it? I can see other people may saying it, like his freaky ass, this Chris Dodd or Chris Todd.
Kadada. Oh, Chris Todd.
Yeah.
They also said that Diddy and her hooked up with Kimora, and every time Kim got a new boyfriend, he died of pneumonia. Now, somebody had told me that earlier about Shakir Stewart, that he passed away from pneumonia, but he did not pass away from pneumonia. He unalived himself, and 50 Cent goes into detail about that day because he did it in front of. He was FaceTiming. What's the boxer name? 50 Cent's friend. 50 Cent was there. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd
yeah.
Mayweather. Oh, okay. So the day that she got sick, well, she was poisoned. Okay, she realized she wasn't feeling it. She just picked up and called Diddy, and she told Diddy, "You did this. You did this to me. I know what you did." She said, "Something's wrong. How dare you do that? You MRFer." And he said, "You're not loyal. He only does that to people that are loyal." And then she said, she ended up hanging up the phone and texting her friend saying, "He got me," and then called 911. Now that's real. That's real. Who has time to write that down? Who has time to write that down when you're sick and you're being poisoned? Who has time to write that down? That was a big one for me. Like, she said all this. Why did you do this to me? I know you got me, and coughing, and I'm hearing. I don't know. I'm hearing I'm thinking when you're poisoned, you're throwing up, you're dizzy, you're sick, your organs are shutting down, you're sweating, you're not feeling well. You go to your diary and write this before you pass away, and then you text message your friends, "He got me."
Yeah, come on. It don't make sense.
Child.
Like, ain't nobody going through that and they gonna write up a questionnaire. It's not just gonna happen, you know, in my
The
opinion.
whole thing is sad and pathetic. I believe he took some things that he knew that the public knew. They sprinkled it in with a lot of lies. The goal was to make Kim look loose and like she slept around too. Perry, what do you think Diddy's going through right now in prison, in jail? Not prison, in jail. Because
Yeah, no, I think that he's going through withdrawals. For one, he don't have the fanny pack. He don't have the freak off. No, I'm just keeping it real. Like, all right, and he's feeling diminished right now because, I'm P. Diddy. I supposed to get away with everything, right? When you get a reality check, that at the end of the day, you ain't what you thought you was.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. And for him, he's starting to notice everybody's starting to think, get out there. That nigga is get out there. People starting to see it. And he can't take it. It's all about control, power for him. Now, I mean, he could be the power bottom in jail, but he ain't got so much power on the outside no more. I'm just saying, like, that's what's going on in his head. And he ain't built like that. And the things that's out there about him being on a certain kind of watch, I don't want to say the word on here, but I can believe it because a person like him can't handle it. And he probably wouldn't last 3 months by himself in there.
Okay. Listen,
Go ahead.
Diddy's going to unalive himself. I give him 3 months and then he can't take it anymore. This is a mess. Shame on you, Diddy. Shame on you, KK. Shame on the enterprise for trying to muddy Kim Porter's name. It didn't work. It didn't work. Thank goodness. Anyway, that's what I was doing all morning. Then I got to come. We're going to come back hopefully a little later and we got some more Tony Braxton. I can't. I can't. Perry, any last words? If not, I'm going to sign off.
No, I'm good. I'll just say this.
Oh, I forgot to read comments really quick. Let me. Someone is trying to make her sound like she's writing random words in between what is true. They're trying to make her story less important and reputation being questioned in death. Exactly.
That's it.
Thank you. Hi, PS. She says, dig up Kim and have another autopsy. We will then find out if she was poisoned. We do. We have to all ask them to reopen the case. Al also said things in the indictment following things on Kim's computer. Al, we have to just be thankful for Al B. Shore. He's not letting up. I don't blame him. The man almost took his life. I know he's going through a hell of a drug withdrawal.
Okay.
Diddy had turned into a big addict, okay? A big addict. So there's this rapper in England called Giggs. Do y'all know Giggs? And he was hanging out with Giggs and he was so high, he was almost falling asleep during the interview. It's sad. The U.S. attorney has the videos. They are waiting for people to turn themselves in. Well, I heard that the feds went to certain people who were on these tapes to let them know that they were on the tapes. And one of the people was Kevin Hart. So I'm not going to believe anything until I see it, official. But one of the persons that they went to allegedly is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart had to tell his wife because the information is going to be coming out soon. And they're saying that Aniko's going to divorce him. I don't know. I'll just take that with a grain of salt too. I can't. I don't know who to trust anymore. I really don't. Is it too detailed? Yes. She would have written it if she wanted to get the facts out in the truth out. She would have written it. It was very detailed. It coincides with some things that Cassie would say. He's right. Andrina is right. All right.
Right. But then the author
My
of the book
favorite.
have heard what Cassie had to say. He can repeat the things and act like he got the real story. I do not give this Chris Todd or whatever his damn name is no bit of credibility whatsoever. That's just me, though. Believe what you want to believe. There's a lot of stuff out there. It just don't make sense.
Brown Cat Eyes said, return the book for what? I doubt that Amazon will take it back. That book shot to #1. That would be a large refund. Just consider it. You just wasted your money. That's what I feel. She deleted some of her Instagrams. Pink. I heard Pink. I heard Pink start erasing things. I heard Usher start deleting things. Now with Usher, they said that at first he deleted everything that had to do with P. Diddy's parties. Then he came back and said that he was hacked. You were hacked and they only removed P. Diddy crazy pictures?
Yeah, he sounded like Shannon Sharp.
Usher. There's another girl that started deleting things, and I believe it was Megan Fox. It had to be Megan Fox because she dates, what's the guy name? Machine Gun Kelly. So why are you deleting things, Megan? I don't know. People are deleting things. Last one. Diddy isn't very articulate, and Kim was either. Was it? I think some of the words aren't how she spoke. Most likely, Al wrote this book. You think Al B. Shore wrote the book?
AI. Is it AI?
AI? Okay, AI. Oh, I'll be sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what Callie Noah said. Unfortunately, Kim was still with Diddy and living in his house when she transitioned. I doubt she was writing a book. I mean, I find it hard to believe, but that's what we found out, that this book ties back to Diddy's PR team, aka the manipulator, aka Christina Coram. All right, you guys. Me and Perry got to get ready for our next video. Thank you for listening in. Love on High says yes. They will. I return. She said she returning her book. Okay, y'all let me know how that turned out. Okay, then I return mine. All right, you guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in about 3 hours with reality TV news. Perry, take us out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Bye, everybody.
This shit, I'm out.